Hey everyone, and welcome back to Leadership 101, a video teaching series designed to help busy youth and children's ministry leaders invest in their leadership development. In the last episode, we spoke about how to identify a leadership gift in the people around you. So if you missed it, pause this video and go back and watch that one. Because in this episode, we're talking about the next stage in the process. Once we have identified the potential leaders around us, how do we raise them up? Ready? Let's go. One of the greatest joys that I have experienced in my youth ministry journey to date came at the conclusion of a 3-year leadership development journey. Following some conversations with local teenagers and a couple of weeks of doing schools work, a team of young leaders and I were nervously about to open the doors on a brand new youth group. Karen, who was just 18 at the time, was a member of that team who we had asked to oversee our prayer space. She wasn't at that time among one of our more experienced leaders, but it quickly became apparent that she was among the most faithful, responsible, and hungry to learn. After an academic year of delivering well on her responsibilities and giving her best every single week, we asked her to lead a new discipleship small group on a Sunday morning to help her connect the young people that we were reaching through the youth ministry with the wider church. Now, this was definitely a step up for her, but her hunger to learn saw her leadership gift multiplying in leaps and bounds. She was stretched initially, but soon found the capacity to make it happen and delivered a quality experience for our young people every week. So, in year 3, we asked Karen, now 20 years old, to lead the whole team alongside me. Again, she was stretched, encountering some leadership challenges that she hadn't experienced before. But again, she engaged with the opportunity head on. And month by month, I began to take more and more of a back seat as she grew into her new role, finding the confidence and the capacity to lead. Which brings us to that moment of great joy when, as that academic year was drawing to a close, the church elders, the youth team, and I stood together at the front of our local church and prayed for Karen as she took on full leadership of our youth ministry. And it's now my great joy to be on her team and serve under her leadership, and to watch her do a brilliant job now of raising up the leaders around her as well. As Brigadier Jim Wallace, the former head of the Australian Special Forces, once said, "The real power of effective leadership is maximizing other people's potential." I love that so much. So here are 6 steps to maximizing the leadership potential in others. Number 1, model it. You know, the most effective training for young leaders is not what you tell them, it's what you show them. So let them see how you lead your team meetings. Allow them to watch how you call out unhelpful behaviors, how you encourage your team, how you cast vision, how you work hard, how you pray hard. And when you do this, you'll begin to see the leaders you're investing in adopting your leadership principles almost unconsciously by osmosis. As Brad Lomenick says, a team can't follow a leader who isn't living up to the standards they're setting for everyone else. So let's model in our own lives and leadership that which we are inviting others to follow. Number 2, create opportunity. You know, I've heard it said that if you delegate tasks, you create followers, but if you delegate responsibility, you create leaders. Raising young leaders then is much more about the opportunities that you give than the words that you say. But guess what? In order to create those opportunities for others, you have to move out the way. So I wonder, are there some things that you're doing in your youth and children's ministry right now that somebody else on your team could benefit from having a go at? Be a springboard for your team to launch off, not a ceiling that they can't break through. Thirdly, stretch but don't break. You know, there's a really fine line to tread when releasing opportunity to upcoming leaders. You want them to give them something that feels, like it's beyond them, that causes them to work hard and to pray hard and to stretch their capacity to the next level. But if you push this too far, you could be setting them up for a fail, which would be a demoralizing setback on their leadership journey. So try to find those opportunities that will stretch, but not break the leaders that you're developing. Fourthly, evaluate and encourage. Commit to continually reflecting with your young leaders on their practice. Never let them do something good without pointing it out. Why? Because what's celebrated is repeated. And so be specific in your encouragement. Don't just say, hey, I thought you did really well tonight. But say, hey, I thought you did really well tonight because, and fill in that blank. Be effusive in your praise of the leaders you are developing. But with that, also evaluate and challenge. Now, in the context of encouragement, appropriate challenge is absolutely critical for growth. So don't shy away from conflict. Address issues quickly before they spiral out of control. Sometimes you'll need to address character issues. Other times your feedback will be more practical. And where possible, try to stick to one thing to improve at a time. Because a long list of things that need to be done better can be somewhat overwhelming and highly demotivating. And then, sixthly, commit to the journey. Commit to the journey, because the truth is that you can't microwave a leader. These things take time. So be committed to journeying with a leader over a number of years, entrusting them with bigger things as they demonstrate faithfulness in the smaller things. Elisha, he traveled with Elijah for 7 years before he took up Elijah's mantle. Timothy traveled with Paul for 15 years before being entrusted with leadership of the church in Ephesus. So invite those young leaders onto a journey with you and stay the course. Remember, leadership, it's not about what you're able to get done. It's about what you're able to inspire others to become. And so, as John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more and become more, then you are a leader. As we finish, let me say thank you for everything that you are doing to invest in the lives of children and young people where you are right now. What are you going to give your life to that's more important than passing on the gospel to the next generation? So please, friends, keep going. Do not give up, because what you are doing is important.